Welcome chess friends. In this video I'm going to tell you about Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual 6th edition. 5 years ago the 5th edition was released, and since yesterday the 6th edition is available on Foreword Chess. So what is new? In 2016 Mark Dvoretsky passed away, and since then Karsten Müller and Alex Fishbein have been carrying forward his legacy and this classic. And there were readers who found inaccuracies in the previous edition, and they have been fixed in this edition. And they have been adding new exercises, including some recent examples from the games of top players. And then there is new material on the rook plus pawn versus rook plus pawn endings. In addition, Arthur Yusupov contributed to the theory of a queen plus 2 pawns versus a rook and 3 pawns. So that is what is new. In addition, of course, with the table bases and nowadays with the stronger engines, in the past positions might have been unclear, but with the latest technology, we can now sometimes say that this is winning for one side. So let's go to the foreword by Magnus Carlsen. So Magnus Carlsen writes, "Endgames are a window into the joy, beauty, and knowledge inherent in chess." And that reminded me in my interactions with Carlsen, Ivanchuk, and Geary, that they had like an endless curiosity for chess, such a great passion, and you can also see that in the way that Magnus Carlsen learns. So for him, right, it's not just about the precise positions and let's say learning the end game, but for him it is also driven by his curiosity in general about chess. Of course, right, you can learn precise positions and how to play them, improve your general endgame understanding. And in general, when you use this book, you will not only improve your endgame skills, but also your calculation skills and become a better chess player. Whereas when you look at endgames, the variation tree is not as wide, so it's ideal for calculation training. Let's go to the table of contents. So in total, the book is 504 pages. And you can see here, Chapter 1, Pawn Endgames. Chapter 2, Knight versus Pawn. Chapter 3, Knight Endgames. Chapter 4, Bishop versus Pawns. Chapter 5, Opposite color bishops. Chapter 6, Bishops of the same color. Chapter 7, Bishop versus Knight. And then Chapter 8, Rook versus the Pawn. Then we get to the Rook Endgames. Right, Chapter 9. Then Rook versus Knight, Rook versus Bishop, Queen Endgames, Queen versus Rook. And finally here, other material relations and general endgame ideas. So that's the table of contents. So let me return and go to the bookmarks. So let's see those specific elements that are new. So the first one was about the rook and pawn versus the rook and pawn. So this chapter, you can see here, this is a complete new, let's say, element in this book versus the latest edition, the 5th edition. And this chapter in general was expanded from 257 diagrams to 298. So an increase of 41 diagrams, so about 15% more material. And then on top of it, right, so there's go extensively into this endgame and how it has to be played. And they also include in the exercises from recent games. So that's the first major addition. The second major addition, like I mentioned, was Yusupov's discovery in the endgame of, you can see here, the queen and 2 pawns against a rook. And you can see here that Yusupov found an improvement, and that led to a reassessment of this endgame. So some theoretical additions to this book based on deep analysis, correction of inaccuracies based on the feedback of readers. In general, if you look to the whole setup of the book, right, if I just go to the first chapter, just to remind everyone, you can see here in light gray, this is the essential material. And then you could say the reference material is not in light gray. So you can focus, if you want to study a certain chapter, first on what is in light gray and then expand from there. I think it's a beautiful book. And I think it's really like a classic in chess. And that for everyone is like a reference work, but for many players, but when you're really passionate about chess, it's just a way to explore chess and enjoy chess. And like I said, you can also use it for training your calculation skills. So this book currently is on sale. So Foreword Chess is my favorite ebook reader. And it's on sale from $28 currently for $23.79 for 504 pages. So it's kind of a no-brainer in that respect. And also with regards to Foreword Chess, I would like to mention the following. So the New in Chess group is ending the support of the New in Chess app. And the New in Chess group is Quality Chess, New in Chess, and then Everyman Chess, which nowadays is called Popular Chess. And the New in Chess group has bought a minority stake in Foreword Chess. So I think that's a positive development. It guarantees the future of Foreword Chess. It's my favorite app. I really like that you have all your books with me. They're pristine. You can make bookmarks like I showed. You have always an analysis board immediately available. It is so convenient to read any books on Foreword Chess. So this is my favorite way of learning chess and consuming books. So I hope you enjoyed this short video on the Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual, 6th edition, and I fully recommend it, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Thank you for your attention.